Welcome to San Diego International Airport. You've landed in Terminal 2 West. If someone is picking you up, you'll want to stand outside, near the sign that says W Zone. If you're looking for transportation, you have 5 different options: bus, rideshare, taxi, car rental, and shuttle. All of these are located about a 5-minute walk from where you're standing. To get to the transportation island, you'll walk straight ahead until you pass underneath something called the Sky Bridge. The Sky Bridge is a covered walkway allowing passengers to cross from one side of the street to the other. Remember that you'll walk straight ahead, underneath the Sky Bridge, but not inside of it. After you've walked underneath it, you'll cross over to the right side of the street at the traffic light. There you'll see signs for all the transportation options mentioned. If you plan on taking the MTS bus to downtown, it's the number 992 bus and departs from here every 15 minutes. Note that you'll need to buy something called a Compass Pass from inside the baggage claim area near the information booth. If you plan on using the bus more than once during your stay, this could be a great option. If you don't buy a pass, note that you'll have to have exactly $2.25 in US currency when you board the bus. The bus stop is on the same side of the street that you're standing on, before the traffic light. The machine on the bus doesn't provide change, and electronic forms of payment are not yet accepted. I know, we're working on it. Ever heard of the name Charles A. Lindbergh? On May 10, 1927, he electrified the world when he went from obscurity as a 25-year-old US airmail pilot to instantaneous global fame by making the first ever solo transatlantic flight to Paris, which began right here on this very patch of land. He covered the 33.5-hour, 3,600 statute-mile flight alone in a single-engine purpose-built Ryan monoplane called the Spirit of St. Louis. Financing the operation of the historic flight was a challenge due to Lindbergh's obscurity, but 2 St. Louis businessmen eventually obtained a $15,000 bank loan. Lindbergh contributed $2,000 of his own money from his salary as an airmail pilot, and another $1,000 was donated by local airplane manufacturer, Ryan Aircraft Company. The total of $18,000 was far less than what was available to Lindbergh's rivals. Lindbergh later agreed to lend his name to a proposed new airport, San Diego Municipal Airport, Lindbergh Field. It was eventually changed to its current name in 2003 to adopt a think bigger philosophy. If you're looking for a great selfie spot, keep an eye out for the iconic blue, pink, and yellow planes dangling in front of the Terminal 2 parking plaza by artist Mark Riegelman. Wondering whatever happened to Charles? Sadly, he was faced with the tragic kidnapping of his son only 5 years later. On the evening of March 1, 1932, 20-month-old Charles Augustus Lindbergh Jr. was abducted from his crib in the Lindbergh's rural home, Highfields, in East Amwell, New Jersey. A man who claimed to be the kidnapper demanded ransom. In hopes of recovering the boy, they succumbed to his demand. The kidnapper picked up a cash ransom of $50,000 on April 2nd, part of which was in gold certificates, which were soon to be withdrawn from circulation by the police and treasury and would therefore attract attention. The bill's serial numbers were also recorded. However, tragically, on May 12th, the child's remains were found in the woods not far from the Lindbergh home. In response to what was widely called the crime of the century, Congress passed the so-called Lindbergh Law, which made kidnapping a federal offense if the victim is taken across state lines, or, as in the Lindbergh case, the kidnapper uses the mail or interstate or foreign commerce in committing or in furtherance of the commission of the offense, such as in demanding ransom. Richard Hauptmann, a 34-year-old German immigrant carpenter, was arrested near his home in the Bronx, New York, on September 19, 1934, after paying for gasoline with one of the ransom bills. $13,760 of the ransom money and other evidence was found in his home. Hauptmann went on trial for kidnapping, murder, and extortion on January 2, 1935 in a circus-like atmosphere in Flemington, New Jersey. He was convicted on February 13th, sentenced to death, and electrocuted at Trenton State Prison on April 3, 1936.